302. William Taveras, 302, President.
Bonnie Lee's Vice President, 106.
Denise LaBelle, Treasurer, 102.
Okay, we're calling the meeting to order.
Tom LaBelle, 103. 103. Oh, shoot,
Tom.
102.
102.
Tommy, just go ahead and say you're here.
Oh, Tommy Quieter, 303.
Tom Hardaway, 209.
Diana Escobar, 208.
Gabriel Naboa, 206.
And whoever's on the Zoom, go ahead and please identify yourself.
Cheryl
Walker, 307.
206.
Alvin Klein, 104.
Peggy McRae, 304.
Okay, everybody, thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming in. We are going to start the meeting now. We're going to have a couple of things we're going to discuss. First and foremost, the budget. We're going to go over the budget. Isabella's going to go over everything. After the budget, we'll go over old business, and then we'll go over new business. After each section, we'll take in questions and comments and concerns. So everyone had a chance to speak and speak their minds and ask any questions, okay? So we're going to start with the budget, and Isabella, the floor is yours.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to share the budget for everyone to see it.
Everybody's not the budget.
Yes.
The people in Zoom, can you see the budget right now?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so here's the budget for 2026. So basically, the annual dues will be $170,957, and then we will have a reserves of 45,504. Okay, so I'm going to explain also the expenses here. Expenses will be accounting services, $500, which is for the taxes that are presented annually, plus the 1099s that we present on your behalf. Bank fees, charges that the bank charges for sometimes for a wire or, some payments that we do make online. Building supplies, it is $1,000. Roof maintenance annual contract, it is $1,291.95. Electrical repairs, $400. Electricity, $3,700. Elevators, phones, $700. Elevator annual maintenance contract, $1,900. Elevator repairs, $1,200. Fire prevention, $1,000. Fence, we left it at 0 because you guys already have a new fence. Water and sewer, $16,000. Property insurance, $13,869 with 02. Windstorm, $18,151 with 10. General liability, $7,328 with 20. Crime, $405. And directors and officers, it will be $1,394.31. Basically, with the insurance, what we did is we increased around 10%, which is what we have seen that has gone up basically almost every year. We also have excess liability and umbrella for $787, and the flood policy for $18,355 with 70. Then we have janitorial, which is paid $7,000. Then we have janitorial supplies around $400. Pressure cleaning, you guys already did the pressure cleaning last year, so we don't expect to have to do it again. Then we have landscaping, $7,000. Tree trimming, $1,700. Landscaping extra, like to buy some flowers and some things, $500. Legal and professional fees, $1,000. Office supplies and postage, $450. Licenses and permit, $350. Loan interest, that is, as you guys know, you still are on a loan, and there are actually like 7 people who are also still paying, monthly for the loan. So that's why we have a loan interest. Then you guys have pest control for $1,500. Property management expense, $11,700. For property management extra hours, $510. Because we do these meetings on Saturdays, so that's why you guys have the extra hours, because that is not included in the normal contract. Then we have plumbing repairs, $2,500. Sprinkler and irrigation, $1,400. Pool maintenance and materials, $1,000. Pool service for $1,140. Repairs and maintenance, it's $4,000. Repair materials, 1,200. Trash disposal, 14,000. Transfer to savings, 9,000. So there will be a transfer, monthly to the savings account for like let's call it like a slush fund. So you guys can have money there in case it is needed. And then the loan payment, $12,000. So total expenses will be $170,000, 957 with 92. Then we have the reserves. So in the reserves, as you guys know, the city and the Florida statute started a Sears report that is mandatory. It was done already to the building. And the Sears report says that you guys have to pay this year 2026, a mandatory fee of 40,486 with 03, or you need to have that amount by the end of 2026. The board decided to put 45,504 because the Sears report does not cover, for example, the elevator, or it doesn't cover, for example, the pool itself. So the board decided to have this amount, this extra $5,000 for things that are not included in the Sears, but you can have reserves for in case something happens. Billy, I don't know if you want to talk about the reserves here.
So we did get an email from Cheryl. Cheryl, thank you for your email and your concerns. Expressing that extra $5,000. And because of that, as she pointed out, the payments went to and I'm just gonna go with the 1 bedroom for now. I mean, sorry, the 2 bedroom. The payment on that went to $724, and for the 1 bedroom, $644. Because of the and what we after tech talk, taking into consideration what she asked, I talked to Isabella, and we were able to, instead of putting 5,000, we were able to go half of that and go 2,500. Okay, so I understand that some people are trying to sell their house, and the first thing people do when they come and look at condominiums is what's the HOA fee. So we understand that every dollar counts for everybody. Okay, everybody in this building. So we're going to do everything we can. But on the same token, as a board, we have to do what's in the best interest of the building in total. Okay, so we're trying to juggle it. So, like I said, we're going to, instead of doing the 5,000, we're going to drop it to 2,500. By doing so, the 2 bedroom will go from 724, and the 1 bedroom 644 will drop to, Isabella, what would that drop to? For the two.
Give me a second. I'll do the math. Just give me a second. I'll show you guys here. There, you have the numbers. It will be 716 with 40 for the 2 bedroom and 636 with 70 for the 1 bedroom.
So if that's a number we could all live with, that's what we're going to be voting on. We're trying to meet people halfway. We're trying to do, like I said, what's in the best interest of everybody, as well as helping people with their monthly payments, helping people trying to sell their property. And there's only so much we can do. But the board will always put the best interest of the community in front, first and foremost. So can we approve this agenda?
What we need to do right now is motion to approve by the board the budget for 2026.
Tom, you have a question?
I do. So if I understand correctly, instead of roughly 5,000 being put into this Sears reserve, 2,500 is being put into this
Correct.
Sears reserve for items that are not in the Sears reserve, which is the pool and the elevator.
Correct.
Is that a separate account? because you can't put it in the Sears.
Exactly.
It
No, no,
can,
no.
it can
The
actually
Sears
be put with the Sears. You can have it in the same reserves account. You just have to have in the books, you have to account it differently and you have to put it apart, but it can be in the same reserves account.
Okay,
Okay,
I have a question for Isabella.
go ahead.
Isabella, with the amount of money that's in our accounts, you need to call the bank, and those bank fees for $30 or 15 or whatever they are, they'll waive them. They won't charge us with the amount of
Perfect,
money of
perfect.
our account.
We can definitely do that, definitely.
We'll work
Dan.
on that, Tommy. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions regarding the budget? If
Yes, I
anybody
have a
has
question.
questions, please.
I have one. Thank you for taking my comments into consideration. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate Isabella's help. She's been very helpful for a lot of things. But my question is, since elevator and pool is not in the Sears, as Tom noted, why wouldn't you put it into the savings account where you have flexibility to use it for anything that's needed?
You can do it like that if you want to. That's okay too. If you want to put those extra 2,500 into the savings account, you can do it as however you want to. What I was just saying is that it can also be in the same reserves account, and you just have to have it as reserves, as normal reserves, and then the other amount for Sears.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you broke up on our end. Did everybody understand her? I'm on a Zoom call. Did you guys understand her? Because you our end.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Guys from the pool? Think we lost them.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, now we can hear you.
Okay, we back?
Yes, you're back.
We back. Okay, can you repeat that, Isabella? Because we lost you for some time, for a few minutes.
What was the last thing that you guys heard?
Recording in progress.
One second.
We were in the savings account. The question that the lady asked you about why we don't keep in the savings accounts.
Okay, I was saying that they can, if they want to, the extra Sears, the extra 2,500, they can keep it in the savings too. It will be up to the board. But what I was saying to Tom is that it is okay if it goes to the reserves account. You just have to, in the bookkeeping, you just have to have like the amount in Sears, and then you can have the extra amount for normal reserves.
So we could pull from the Sears that 2,500 if something elevator or pool per se. That shouldn't be a problem.
Yes, correct.
Sounds like it's preference. Yeah. Tom, is that okay with you? You okay with that?
well, I think Cheryl has a valid point. If we put it in our contingency reserve, then we can spend it for anything,
Correct.
which I
Correct.
think is a better option than putting it in a
Sears.
Sears reserve.
Okay. So I'll get to that also. Our thinking and what we want to do.
So we'll get to that when we get to the new business.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. Any other questions
Sorry.
regarding the budget? Go ahead, sir.
Seeing two loans, two items of loan regards. We have two loans in this property?
No, we have one loan,
Okay,
and there's only 7 people paying that loan.
all right.
So if you took out a loan for the roof, you're responsible for an extra payment on top of your monthly association.
And why would that be increasing from 11,000 to 12,000 next year? Is it a fixed?
It's a fixed rate, yes.
Okay. But it's increasing from 11,000 this year to close to 12,000 and
Is that correct, Isabella? Is the loan going up? Why is it going from 11,000 to 12,000?
Usually it goes up, so we budgeted a little bit more just for that. Because yes,
Okay.
usually it increases every year a little bit, not much, especially the interest.
But again, even if it goes up, it's not us paying it. I'm sorry, it's not everybody paying it. It's only the ones who are responsible for the loan.
Took out the loan.
As long
All right.
Whatever the payment is divided by 6 or 7, whatever many people, and that's what it is. So if the payment is 1,000 divided by 7, that's what they pay.
fair enough. Regarding reserves, we got how many over 100,000 in reserves? Do we invest that short-term CDs?
No, no,
Is that allowed by
No.
law or? that's
we're not
allowed?
doing anything like that.
But it
Okay.
is allowed, yes, just so you know, it is allowed.
Right, but we're not, this HOA will not do that. Anita joined. Thank you, Anita.
I have the interest about that. I got protein bars.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. It's all protein bars.
Thank you, Anita. So if there's any other questions about the budget, please ask now. If not, we're gonna go ahead and approve it.
I guess I have another question then.
Go ahead.
Another question.
From what Isabel just said about the loan payments, since the condo members are not responsible for those, why isn't loan income from those 6 or 7 people shown under revenue?
I can definitely include it there. You're absolutely right. It should be there, yes.
Thank you.
I thought it was in there, no? Okay. Yeah, because it's showing it's coming out, but not showing it's going in.
Right.
So
Right.
make sure we do that and send everybody an updated budget with that being included, please, Isabella.
Just have a quick question. What would cause it to increase though, if it's a fixed loan?
Nothing should. It's a fixed rate. It doesn't matter what rates are. The rate is fixed. I wasn't part of the loan, but the rate's fixed. It should be fixed, and it shouldn't change. They don't collect for escrows, so it should not change.
But there's an additional $1,000 increase
Correct.
on a loan payment
That's
for a
fixed.
rate that does not change.
Correct.
So I don't understand.
I don't understand either. Isabella, can you explain that?
Isabella, so to confirm, we're just asking what would prompt the change in payment from one year over the other if it's a fixed term loan with a fixed rate.
Let me double check if it did change. Let me just give me a second. And how much did it change? Right now, it hasn't changed. Like since last year to this one, it hasn't. But if I'm not wrong, I think it did went up a little bit last time. But let me double check right now. Maybe I'm wrong. Just give me a second.
We'll give you a
And
second.
if
Don't
it
worry.
did, we just want to know like what caused that change.
I think it is fixed from my remembrance of when the loan was done. Tom, you can correct me on that.
Are you Christian?
Hey,
Really
Christian,
quick,
Bonnie.
guys, I have the fence people here, and I know that's going to be an issue later. This is Christian. I'm going to give everybody his number, so if you want to bitch about it, you can call him direct. There was a handle. Just while you're here, Christian, people are complaining about the door banging. We got to have something where it's not going to make a big noise when people shut it.
It's all
We-
three of them.
All
I'm
three.
Bonnie. I'm the one
This
that left you the
handle-
message yesterday.
Yeah, I tell you. This handle here is something's wrong with it,
Right.
and people are having problems. So we want to make sure that's addressed, please. And just to let everybody know, I called the door company, and they don't want to touch the gate because it's a fence, and they won't touch it. So it's on Broward Fence to get it fixed, and we are on. Believe me, Christian knows. We call and we text and we're
It's
asking.
me.
Yeah. So
I'm
we
the
want
one
to get it
bugging you.
fixed. We're trying to get it done. You know, it's a learning curve for all of us. We depend on Broward Fence for doing it. So, you know, let's hopefully it gets done.
That's the one that I noticed. Yeah, so something's going on with that one, but the other two ones are working fine. Yeah, so we're gonna work on the rattling, but that one I need to find out what's going on with that. So two out of one are working fine. So
Okay.
there's gotta be something on that one. Probably
This is Mike. I got a question to Broward Fence.
so we'll take a look at it.
Okay.
So I brought my guy here, so I was going over with him. So he's gonna be working here. I'm not sure. He's gonna be testing the gate.
Okay.
So he's gonna be making noise.
Okay. Sounds good. So
I have a question for Broward Fence. This is Mike.
Mike, can you just give me a second? I'm going to answer a thing regarding the budget real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, he needs to have it. Yeah, no matter what.
Yeah, and that's not like all three gates because they slam very loud.
Right. So we're gonna adjust that, but it's just the metal. It's touching metal to metal. So that's the thing.
we understand that.
Yeah. So yeah, of course I'm gonna add a little bit more attention, so they can slam a little bit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And we'll keep the noise level down.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm. Yeah, we'll fix that.
I did a little research on this, and the gates can be made virtually silent with a hinge that closes slowly, but with enough force to close the gate securely. Is that what you're
Exactly.
proposing?
Well, that's a different type. I know which one you're talking about. That's a different type of mechanism.
Mechanism. But could you install that mechanism on this fence?
Yeah.
So let's get that done.
That one, okay.
Let's get it done. Whatever it's gonna take.
Make
So
it
it's
quiet.
so 1 o'clock. People come here 10 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. People are sleeping, and you hear a bang. We don't want that. We're trying to get rid of that, and that handle needs to be fixed. So we're gonna leave that to you guys.
Okay.
And like Tom said, and going forward, just all we do is ask that you.
Right. So I'm gonna need to work on that. For that, it's a big cylinder like that he has. So I don't have any stock, so that's gonna take a couple days.
Okay.
Actually. So it won't be done today.
Okay.
So,
But it will be done.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christian. Like I
Christian,
said,
any chance we can have that done by the end of the week?
Next week.
Next week, I'll do my
Done.
best. Yeah. I'll do my best. To get those self-closing cylinders. So I'll.
Okay. Thank you, Christian.
Yep.
We're gonna get back to the budget meeting, and we're gonna go forward.
I think Mike had a question. Mike, if you want to go ahead.
You basically covered it. I would have requested self-closing hinges or an exterior door closer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's it.
So you heard that?
Yeah.
Can you change the hinges, please, and make things happen so it's easier for all of us?
Yeah.
It's we appreciate your work. We did great. Thank you. So
Yeah. Now it's just the gauge.
Yes.
While we're on the subject of the gate, on my mailing, on the address bill, I put east or west gate code. And I put it on my address bill, because when they can't get in here, they toss them over the fence,
yes.
packages, so they know east or west, there's gates there.
Okay.
That's very good, so put it in your address bills when you order.
Okay.
Oh, very good.
All right. Anything else, guys?
Thanks, Christian.
Thank you, Christian.
Thank you, Christian. I'll be in touch. Thank you.
So we're gonna go back to the budget, guys. Isabella, go ahead.
You want to get coffee?
Okay, so yes, you're absolutely right. I checked the budget, the numbers, and it is a fixed rate. So it has not changed yet. I think you guys, I don't know if it was budgeted maybe less, or what, but it is $1,000 per month. 1,086 per month. 1,086 with 79 to be exact per month.
So that number should actually be more than 12,000.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Are you guys satisfied with that answer, guys?
If it's shown in the revenue, so it's a wash.
Yes,
Yes.
I will include it, Michelle, and I'll resend the budget once it's approved and everything. But yes, I'm including it.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions regarding the budget, people?
Does that mean the loan stayed the same though?
Yes.
Because, all right.
Yes. If you're not making a payment for the loan, then you don't have to worry about it. If you are, your payment should not move. It'll stay the same until, and the loan should be due July 27. It's paid in full. The lien is off our property. So we got a year and a half.
Or 27.
27.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Is there any way we can pay it off earlier?
No.
There was an opportunity, a window come, and we did pay down how many thousands of dollars?
Every time, if somebody owed and they sold their property, we would take that money and pay down that's how we did it. So when, example, I think 201 had a loan, sold, that money went to pay, and it goes down.
Like to have the partial release of the lien.
Correct. And you could do it once a year with this bank. I want to say it was like in July.
Yeah, that's right.
So once a year, we can pay it down. So that will help. But if no one who has it doesn't sell, it doesn't matter. And again, the ones who's paying the loan are the ones who took out the loan. Okay? So we're going to move forward to approve the budget.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I make the motion to approve.
Bonnie, want to make the motion to approve the budget?
I make the motion to approve the budget.
I approve.
Second.
Okay. Well, it's just the board that approves, guys.
Exactly.
So that's it. And just to let you guys know, just to confirm one more time with you guys, your payment for the 1-bedroom will be $636, not $644. A 2-bedroom will be $716, not $724. She will adjust the budget to reflect the income coming in and the exact amount of what's going out.
Just a reminder, this starts the 1st of March.
Everything starts the 1st of March. So next month, which is February, you still pay your same and then come March 1st, that's when it happens. So the budget is approved. It didn't go up drastically, guys. We try to keep it, believe me, as much as we can. We could only do with what we have, with what we have in terms of working. And, things got to get paid. We have inflation. We're just doing the best we can. Thank you, Isabella. She's amazing. If you have any questions for Isabella, please feel free to call, email, or text her, myself. All of our information is online. And if you have any questions, you can always come to us directly.
But Billy, if we add 12.8 to the revenue, our HOAs should go down a little bit. Because you're basically taking that out of your budget.
If we say it again?
If we add 12,800 to revenue to
Correct.
make loan a wash, our budget will actually be $12,000 less than Isabella figured just a minute ago. So our HOAs need to be adjusted with that in mind.
I'm not sure. Do you understand what she's saying? I'm not sure I understand.
With the wash,
Yeah.
it's gonna change the
Correct.
figures.
Yeah.
But the figures that you gave probably going to change more because of the wash.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
It will be even a little bit lower.
Okay. So there you go.
Thank you
Do you
so
have an
much.
idea? I mean, can you calculate it quickly for us to know, or do you want to just?
Yeah, so it's a final number.
So it's a final number and everybody can
Everybody's here.
understand?
Give me just a second, but yes,
We're going to give her a second and go, because like Cheryl said, that's important when people are selling. Every dollar counts on when people, that's the first thing they see is how much is the HOA fee, So that's very important, guys. So we're going to give Isabella a second here. Any other questions, any other comments, any other concerns?
HOA, is there anybody in arrears?
No.
Right now?
Okay, so basically it will go down to 670, the 2-bedroom, and 596, the 1-bedroom.
Say that one more time.
670 with 87, the 2-bedroom, and 596 with 23, the 1-bedroom.
No, that can't be right. That's a huge difference.
Yes, because the difference is $12,000 for the loan. Because you guys, it should have not been included for all of you, because like you guys said, only one people, there are 7 owners that are already paying for it.
So that's, if 670 is going to drop us down even lower than what we're paying now.
Yeah.
Right.
That is, if we went up, across the board 10%, there's no way those numbers could be right.
Well, I don't know.
How about you take your time, get it done right, and then you get back to us with that. You don't have to do it right now. If everybody could just, we have an idea, 716, 636. I don't want her to promise something or say something and she's off.
Yeah, we don't
And then we
want
gotta
her to
change it
do
again.
it on the fly. So give her time, but appreciate her doing. Thank
Yes. So is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
So right now, 716 for a 2-bedroom, 636 for a 1, with the anticipation of it being a little bit lower. We'll let you know what it is. If everybody's okay with that, we can move on.
An even dollar amount, no cents? Or
I heard change. I don't.
No, that's why she's gonna do the math.
She'll let her do the math and get back to us.
Okay.
But as of right now, we have an idea of where it's going.
Okay. Simpler to remember if it's an even dollar amount.
Yeah.
No cents.
Okay. Anything else? I guess we're good. We can move on. We don't have a written agenda, so we just want to go over older business first, if you don't mind. I know there were some comments, concerns about the work and improvements we've been doing. I just want you to know that first and foremost, the board works hard to do all the things that you guys are seeing here, put a lot of time and effort trying to get the best prices and the best quality for our standard of living. We pay $700 a month. We expect something a little nicer,
Yeah.
So that being said, I know there was a email that was sent asking about or stating that all this beautification was done and that it depleted our slush fund, and where's all this money coming from, et cetera, and some other stuff that was in the email that I could also address if there's questions. But let me just say this. Isabella, can you just give everybody a rundown on all three of our accounts that we have, the slush, the operating, and the Sears?
Yes, give me a second. I'll tell you exactly how much it is in each account.
Transparent is they want
If-
the transparency.
Let me just tell you, I think this board is very transparent. I've told you guys before, if you have questions, you could call, email, text, knock on our doors. We have nothing to hide, and we'll tell you what it is.
And one of the things, we're trying to keep the website up to date. We're doing the best we can. We're jumping in for the first
Correct.
year. So please go to the website, because that might have the information that you want. Billy's always in communication, and I'm trying to post stuff as fast as we can.
Yes. And we have to work with Jonathan on his time. He's the guy who did the original website. So we kind of have to wait on him to, but we do intend and we plan on doing better for the website, and one more thing I just wanted to add to my comment. When we did all this work on September the 10th, we emailed everybody, okay, stating what work was being done, where the monies were coming from to pay the projects, and the fact that there will be no special assessment for anything that we did. That being said, Isabella, can you give us an idea of what's on our three accounts?
Yes. Okay. So you guys have. Give me a second. Did I open it? Okay. So you have $22,000 right now in the operating account. In the special assessment, you have 27,394 with 67. Then on the slush fund savings account that you have, there are $14,112. And then in the reserves account, you have 98,540 with 93.
So if you guys heard that,
That was 4 accounts.
yeah, there's 4. What were those 4 accounts? We should only
There
have
are
3.
3 accounts, but one is for the special assessment and savings. You have it labeled like that. So the operating account has a total of 22,126 with 92 right now. Then there's the special assessment and savings, which has a total of $41,000, which are 27,394 and 67 for the special assessment and 14,112 with 32 for the savings. And
Okay.
then you have a reserves account for 98,540 with 93.
Let me explain what she's saying so you guys can understand. In our Sears, understand we have $98,000, almost $100K in our Sears account. In our operating, we have $22,000. Since we've been on the board, we've always kept between 20 and 25K in that account, operating account, to pay our bills. Okay. In our slush/contingency fund, we have $41,000. What we did was we put the money from the special assessment, i.e. the pavement, okay, in that contingency fund. Of that $41,000, we still have a balance when they get done with the pavement of $27K. Okay? After we pay that $27,000, we will have $14,000 in our contingency/slush fund. Go ahead, Tom.
I don't believe you can properly mingle a special assessment account and a contingency reserve account.
You can, if it is explained in the books correctly. If you have it explained in the books and correctly, you can, especially because you guys already had it like that. That account was called savings and special assessment way before we even started managing the condominium. So that's why the money went there. And just so you know, yes, you can. By Florida law, you can. You just have to have it in the books, explain how much is for special assessment and how much for savings.
Okay, so if the
special assessment for the parking lot, if the final bill is more than what was budgeted or contracted or whatever, can you just go ahead and make up the difference out of our contingency reserve fund?
That will be a decision for the board to make.
But they can't make that decision,
They
right?
can.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But why would it go up?
I don't know. I've seen certain.
Yeah.
Contract's already signed.
So,
Okay,
so,
but, you know, shit
so-
happens, right?
I know, yeah.
so just to reiterate, guys, you know, the board was, you know, you got an email saying we depleted our funds, and that's far from the truth. The fact is, after all these projects have been done, we still have $14,000 in that slush/contingency fund. Okay. We work hard to get the best price. We work hard and getting things done to where, you know, some of these projects, I use my own car, my own gas, my own time to pick up sod, trees, just so we could save money. Believe it, I do a lot. I don't know if you see it, but if you hear, you'll see that I actually watered these plants and everything for 3 weeks until the sprinkler systems were done. And that's just, you know, that's what the board does. The board is doing everything we can to beautify, take care of it, and maintain it. You know, there's value in the money we're putting in. We're trying to maintain that value for all of us. So when people sell their house, this place will look, you know, a lot different, and people that come to look at it are going to love it, you know, as opposed to, you know, something that looks 6 years old and run down.
May I say is something that we don't see too much is the electrical doors, which were a nightmare.
Nightmare.
I couldn't believe it when I saw them.
Yeah, and it took us weeks to get the city to show up, to get
FP&L, we had to get them all together. It was a nightmare.
just something that looks relatively simple was the biggest job that we had.
The original proposal had 3 doors. The city said no, it could only be 2 doors. So just to let you guys know, you know, we are on things. I know there was on that same email questions about the soffit having cracks and certain things on the building. So we are going to address that in new business in a few minutes. So just, you know, if there's any other questions about what we're doing and how it's getting done, please ask now. Send emails, whatever you want.
Again, go to the website. Our phone number and email are on the website.
Correct.
So
You don't have to email old board members. You don't have to email other residents asking questions, because if they don't know, they're going to give you misinformation. We have the information. Isabella has the information, and we're very open. Ask us, you know? So going back to the old business, I just want to make this quick. Insofar as the budget, the garbage.
Oh, yeah.
We had several times this year, once some guy comes in and just tries to dump his garbage out of the street into our garbage. So if you've noticed a few times, it was full capacity. Waste Management called me up and says, you have several options. You could do another pickup a month, $1,000 more a month. It's going to bring our payments up $20 per unit, whatever. Or we could do a bar, we could do this, what have you. So I said, let me talk to the people first, see what they say, what they ask, what they think. So my thing is this. If we're I mean, most of it is like people are putting boxes there, they're not breaking it down. And then before you know it, it's full, and you came and dumped garbage. We all live here. We all got to be, you know, responsible. If you're a landlord and you have a tenant, because I believe it was a tenant that did it last time with all their boxes and left it full, you know, we don't want to spend more money. We all have to be conscious about breaking it down and being, you know, seeing what's with that garbage. Okay, guys? Anything else? Going back to one other thing I want to bring up is plumbing. We have cast iron pipes. I've mentioned this before. I'll keep mentioning it. We don't want to spend more money on plumbing. We spent a lot of money this year on a particular unit that, I don't want to use the word abandoned, but nobody was living there. There were rats in there. There was sewage that backed up. Yeah. You know, we had to pay money for termites, a hazmat, couple of different plumbers, because we want to get, you know, different opinions and what have you. So as you notice, we put a clean out here, which should have been done years and years and years ago. So every year we'll have the plumber come in and do it. So if you live on the first floor, please run your water, because the people that live above you, 3 and 2, when they flush, when they run their water, it goes down. And then bottom floor, there's a 90-degree turn with these cast iron pipes. If you're not flushing, if you're not running water, you're going to get scaling. Scaling is going to make what happened to this particular unit. You don't want that. We don't want that. But everybody's being told, and if you're not running properly and you come to us later, you cannot say we didn't warn you. Like I said, we have a clean out done. We're going to clean out every year. Okay? Just to keep our pipes going. That being said, any questions about piping or plumbing?
About this one unit, did we put a lien on that property?
No. Everything's done. Okay?
Can I just mention something? Because I'm not sure, but it had to do with water plumbing thing. So I leave early in the morning and the sprinkler systems are on at that time. It's around 6 o'clock in the morning or so. I am noticing that the ones on the left, here I exit through here to the west. The ones on the left are always on.
Yeah.
I have not been noticing the ones on the right. So maybe I was going to ask you, Anita, it's more on your side. Can you keep an eye and make sure? Because unless they come in at a different time, I just find that weird. I'm wondering
Right.
if they're working properly.
Well, let me say this really quick.
Different times.
There are different zones, 1 and 2. When the fence company did the fence in the back, as you guys know, we put a new fence in the back because the old fence was broken and people could get in. So the new fence that we installed is only open, to open from the inside, not the outside. That's made for our security. Okay. When they were doing it, Broward Fence, they broke a pipe. We had to get the sprinkler company in here to fix it. They finally did just 2 days ago. So Diane, when you look again, notice, let me know. I wanted to get all these projects done before the pavement happened, because if you notice, when they put the cement for the fences, it came down and it makes a mess on the pavement, which is why we did it now as opposed to
That makes sense.
So we feel comfortable now that we can get the pavement done on the 20th and the 21st. So please, everybody, be conscious, move your car. They're going to do one roll and they're going to start and they're going to go through the east side, the north side, the west side, the north side, the east side, one constant, motion, and get everything done, hopefully in 2 days. Any questions about the pavement or the sprinklers or anything else?
Anything else?
Go ahead.
Do we have warranty on the pool? It's not heated.
The pool is heated. You got to go in for a couple of minutes. You were there.
You step right in there and it's cold as blue blazes. It's cold. Step in the pool.
We can make it warmer for you.
We can make it warmer. We can do it.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Well, I
brand
thought
new,
it was on.
two things. It's brand new heater, so it does one of two things. One, if you want a little bit warmer, tell Billy, tell me, whatever. We'll make it a little bit warmer. But in the summer, it's going to cool. So we're going to bring it down so it's also cool, because it was bath water last year.
Yeah.
So just let us know.
Okay. Because I told him one of these days, I said, I'm going to step in it and see. And I stepped in it yesterday. I said, that's not heated. That's cold.
I got to say, at night.
2 in the afternoon.
2 in the afternoon, it should be pretty nice.
Yeah.
So
2 and 3
okay,
are good
Tom, you got a question?
Yeah.
Are we on the pool?
Yeah.
Right. I have noticed a lot of times, like today, the gutter system is not skimming. Other days it's 3 or 4 inches above the gutter,
Mhm.
so it's not skimming.
Mhm.
I've mentioned that to you. Do you still have the same pool service company?
I actually said that to them. I gave them a couple of things that I wanted done. That was one of them. I noticed that it's going down. I wanted to make sure there's no leak. So they're supposed to do a leak detecting and having to do with the light. And that was really it. But yeah, I did talk to them about that.
Right, the light's been fixed. I saw.
Yeah,
that.
light is fixed.
It looks
The light
really good when it's.
looks amazing.
That I think you mentioned that.
Oh, I always mention it because I always notice.
Denise, by the way, was in charge of that project. She did a great job with the pool light, the heater.
Very nice.
And it's Shamrock Pools, they really like us. So they will, if there's a problem, just let Billy or me know. And again, email, and so we can be on it.
I'm not sure the pool heater will work if the gutter system is not skimming.
That biggest thing, Tom.
If there's no water going through the system, that shuts down.
Let me check.
You know what?
Okay,
You want to take care of that? You'll jump on it?
That's my thing. I'd love to. Okay.
That needs to be on the, any questions regarding the pool, you can call, email, text Denise.
Yep.
So that's old business. If there's any questions, guys, please ask.
I'm gonna see what they're doing to our fence.
No, that's it. That's Brower Fence. They're here to fix the fence.
Oh, okay.
All right.
They're just testing it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine.
Are we on
They're
just
fine.
general subjects?
Well, I want to move on to one thing that we want to talk about, and kind of will hope that everybody can have an open mind with what I'm about to bring into us. So the board has talked. I talked to Isabella, and like I said, every dollar counts for us. Some people here live on a fixed income. Some people have a single income. The whole spiel. We know it. As a board, we have to do what's best for everybody, not what's best for individuals. So we looked at it in terms of each month when we pay our dues, you'll see what goes into our reserves. Okay. And a 2-bedroom, it's $152. In a 1-bedroom, it's $136. So we cannot control inflation on the pool, the insurances and stuff like that. But we can control this number. Okay. How and why? This is what we came up with, and we want everybody to understand what our idea is. If you look at our 9 items that are on the Sears report, okay, it's on here somewhere here, and it shows a life expectancy. You see the part where it says Sears, roof, floor, structural framing, et cetera, plumbing, and it'll say average remaining life. Okay, everything there has 10 plus years except for waterproofing and painting. Has 4 years. Okay? Our idea and our goal is going to be, and as that email pointed out, we have cracks and certain things that need to be taken care of, is if we can take care of this project of exterior painting and waterproofing, everything will have a 10 plus year on that Sears report. And we do not have to account or collect, I should say, as much money as we are. If we have, I'm just going to I don't want to throw numbers out and anybody hold me to a particular number, but I'm just going to try talk in general. If we have everything on the Sears report with 10 plus years lifeline, okay, and we have 100,000 plus, which we should have at the end of this year, okay, I think $40,000, 45,000 will be added to it, right?
Right.
98 and 45, just do the numbers, what that is. We're not going to have to keep collecting as much. We still have to always contribute to this fund, but we can drop our HOA fees monthly if we take care of this paint this year. Okay. I've had 3 proposals. Like I said, this board works hard to get everything done. The first one was 80,000. Another one was 60,000. And a third one, John the Greek, was $45,000. 42,000 and change. That 42,000 and change will include all the cracks, the soffit being fixed. We walked around. She showed us everything. We walked around with Denise yesterday.
It takes care of any of the bubbling. If you see any like where it's just beginning to peel off, it's on that. It's done in 4 parts. At first, they go around and they prime everything, so they scrape it, and particularly the soffit up there, which is like almost a piece of cement is coming up. They would fix that first. So all those little cracking things, that's step 1. Step 2, they come and then they prime everything, sand it a little bit more, and then step 3 and 4 are 2 coats of paint.
Okay.
They have to come and steam and wash the building and get the dirt off.
Yes, they can do all that too.
That's the first thing they're going to do.
But before we get into all that, let me just finish saying what I was going to say. Okay. So that being said, there's clamshells. If you know what I mean by the clamshells, the shutters, the old shutters that are here.
Across the street.
They would take all of those down. And as you see, like these right here, the 2 floors here that were removed, They would sand that down, they would fix that, they would plaster it, and they would make it all even. Okay? If you live on those floors and you want on the outer side and you want it, we're not going to let you put clamshells, but you could put hurricane-proof windows. You know, we could have a uniform building that looks very nice, which is aesthetically pleasing for people when they want to sell. And we paint the building all at one time. And the way we looked at it is, we have $14,000 in our contingency fund. And I'm just throwing numbers out there again. I'm not holding any to anybody. But if we have a project of 4243 that's going to take care of these cracks, the soffit, and the painting, which is a Sears requirement, at 42, we can take of that 14,000. Again, I'm just throwing 10,000. That number just dropped to 32,000, guys. You understand? To take the money from our contingency slush account and apply it, that'll drop the 42 down to 32. We could also use money, that's why it's there, for our Sears report. The less we use, the more stays in our Sears, which is beneficial for us down the road. But hypothetically, again, we take another 15,000 or 16,000, right, from our Sears. That 32 just got cut in half to 16. And I'm just, again, throwing up. If you divide 16, I know there's different payments for 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom. But if you divide 16,000 by 26 units, it's about $600. Okay? So what we're saying is we can get this project done for next year's budget, that those numbers for the Sears can and should come down, okay, with one assessment of, say, 3 payments of $200 a unit, using our slush fund, using our Sears, we get everything on the Sears report with a 10+ years life fund. Plus, we have 100-something thousand in our Sears. I'm not going to say we're cruising, but guys, we are doing better than most associations. Ricardo, you
Amen to that.
You are in charge of other buildings. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Can you give us an idea of how we stack up?
Very stable, financially stable.
We are financially stable, and we want to keep it. This board is doing everything we can to keep us under budget, get us in compliance with the state requirements, and everything we can to do to make the association affordable again. We want affordability for everybody.
And then we were discussing that we wouldn't even begin that assessment till like July or something. So it wouldn't come. We
don't. You know, we're not even going. We're just
put it off. We can do it.
Look, we're just bringing this to your attention now because the board has the right to do it. The board has the right to assess and do the paint job. Again, we're transparent. We want to let you know what we're thinking, why we're thinking this, because again, this Sears payment that we do every month can come down. And if you're living on a fixed income, if you have it's going to help you. And I understand, well, if we pay $600 now and we save $600 next year, it's a wash, but it's not, because we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We're taking care of a project that needs to be done. 28 years since this building, Anita, you've been here, right?
Yeah,
28 years since this building's been painted.
Really? That paint job's been there 28 years?
So then we had a really white chalky paint, and then about 5 years ago, 6 to 8 years ago, the board wanted to repaint it, but there was a debate on the color. Somebody wanted baby blue, somebody wanted Key West, somebody didn't want the white, so it never got done. So I would say in 28 years, the last I recall, we have 1 more painting in the 28 years. But we need to probably pick a common theme color that everybody can, not everybody, but most of
Here's how we'll do it. Here's how it's going to happen.
There'll be 26 different opinions.
No, it will not. John the Greek will supply. We're going to give everybody 3 choices. That's it. You're going to get 3 choices.
Right in front of you.
And we actually have a swatch booklet that John the Greek
gave
to us. And sure.
So we're going to give everybody 3 choices, and the top one goes. That's how it's going to be.
Okay,
The majority wins.
You're bumping up against a substantial alteration of a common element, and you have to address that.
That's correct. That's why we're preliminarily talking about it.
75%, I guess, of the owners will have to approve a.
So we have to do a
Correct.
vote, okay?
all right.
That we understand that.
And one other comment. We got a $40,000 estimate here and an $80,000 estimate here. Are they exactly alike?
Yes.
Apples for apples? There has to be something, in my opinion.
Correct.
The quality of the paint, the quality of prep between that number.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. All three companies are using Sherwin-Williams paint, just to let you know. All three quoted us with Sherwin-Williams.
So how's that going?
As a matter of fact, the 80,000 didn't even include the soffit being done.
Okay, so it's not apples and apples.
Correct.
Got to be apples and
Correct.
apples.
So this is why we're preliminarily giving this thing, because we're going to review all three. We're trying to keep it as budgeted as possible. You saw the numbers I'm giving you, and I could say this much. I would think that today's painting and the that they use and things they do should be better than what it was done 20 something years ago.
I'm surprised it's that small an amount, to tell you the truth.
I do. Listen,
I was thinking $100,000.
We all thought so, but
It benefits us, and if we're getting everything.
No,
done.
it's
Is it 45 plus paint?
No, that's included everything. So just to let you know, John the Greek is very reputable. You could plenty of time Google them, and if you have any comments or questions about them, please call me. We'll put, of course, all three quotes will be on the website. Everyone could do their homework, okay, and give us comment and feedback. But that is our intention moving forward, is getting that last Sears report done with 10 plus years life. I think it'll save everybody in the long run. I know for anyone who's selling, this might not help you, but again, we have to do what's in the best interest of everybody, not just one or two people. And,
I also want to mention one thing that you mentioned the other day, is that when we do these estimates, a lot of us, we're not big guys. We're small potatoes.
We are
they
definitely,
don't even want to give us an estimate.
Yeah.
And so that's also another thing, is
Right.
that we try to take into consideration. Do you really want this job?
Right.
So you're not going to do a half-ass job,
Yeah.
but that you want it with the price.
A lot of these commercial, we need to have somebody that's licensed, insured, the whole spiel.
Yeah.
So a lot of these companies, and I found this out because of this landscaping thing that I was doing and the tree company, we are small potatoes. They don't want to deal with a $5,000 job when they got 8 guys they're paying $25 an hour, stump grinders, 3 big trucks where they have payments. They want a big job from the city or big corporations so they could make their. So getting these companies here is a pain in the ass. So that's kind of why you get some of the higher ends, because we are small potatoes.
They maybe want to price themselves out of it so they don't have to.
So they don't have to deal with it.
That was my thought, yeah.
That's another correct.
What about the proposals,
That you gave us?
yeah, too high?
Too high. There was 60,000.
This is what we got.
And again, like I said, John the Greek is reputable. Please go ahead and look. We'll put them all three on the website. So that's our goal. Like I said, guys, we want to make living here for everybody affordable. We want to make it pleasant. We're trying to bring up the property value. There is value in our money that we're investing. We're putting $700 or $600 for 1 bedroom in here. We're trying to do the best we can. And if anybody wants to volunteer and help save money, we can use it.
I think y'all are doing a good job.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Thank you.
I agree.
My comment is the same as everybody else's. In my opinion, just my opinion, I think the board would better serve us if they informed us as things go along, rather than someone having to ask. However, if it's all on the website,
There's a whole thing.
if it's all on the website,
Have you been looking?
then
Have you been looking?
Yes, the
Okay.
easy answer is go look at
The website, correct.
And just one other comment, the new state requirements for the website, what we have to put on there is they just dreamed up shit, and now
It's crazy. There's a whole.
crazy.
Denise is on it because she's on the website.
Yeah.
All right.
So to Tom's point, I just will say again, I did send out an email discussing all the projects we were doing, from the fence to the landscaping
There's
to
a whole
the back one.
page that has pictures of what we did,
So-
and particularly that horrible electrical thing of giant rat-eaten doors. They ate through metal.
Yes.
They, look at the pictures; they're incredible.
You know.
And so
So,
Go ahead.
because I get to talk to everybody in the condo. And one of the things that I'm confused about is, and I think we all need to work together to benefit the entire, whether previous boards, I think every board did the best they could for Gateway Arms Association. However, what I'm hearing is transparency. And then I'm hearing today at this meeting, it's on the website. So there is some discrepancy. Denise, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you because I do talk to everybody in the building.
okay.
Where is the gap that we can correct? Because people are saying the budget, there's no transparency, and then here we are
Does anybody-
today. It's on the website.
Yeah. Does
What-
anybody? It says board of directors again. Me, Bonnie. Everybody. And if you don't email us or call us, how do we know?
So you're saying to email you and call you.
Yeah.
But what I'm hearing from others, if they don't want to email and call you, put it on the website. On October 25th, suggestion, October 25th, 26th, suggestion again, 100 palm trees were installed on the north side. And the budget was $800 for that. Maybe something like that.
There is a category called news.
News.
And that already exists. But in
Hi,
light of
Tommy.
what you're
Thank you.
saying, maybe I could put new on page 1, but tenants would not. That's a technical issue that
I'll call you back.
page 1 is open to the public. It's like forms, things like that. And then at the bottom of page 1 is for owners only. Technically, you can't have the two worlds.
No,
together.
so maybe
Hold on.
the owners, right.
So we already have that though. That exists. However, if you do not have the password for owners, again, we can give it to you whenever you want. But you just click on owners and it lets you into the whole rest of the site, including every single newsletter going back to 2011 or something like that.
Right.
So
two other things I just want to bring up. Again, I did send an email to everybody. What projects were being done and how it was getting paid, and the fact that there was no assessments. Okay, and after today, if you guys heard what we have, our numbers that we have in our accounts, I think you guys should all understand that we are working very hard to keep it within budget. We are only working on the budget that the previous board gave us.
Correct.
That's how the numbers are. That's where, and the previous board, by the way, did do a good job. They set us up so that everything we're doing is successful because of what they did.
Continuing
And we appreciate you, Tom, because I know you had a lot to do with it. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys and Billy especially, you now have an understanding.
Yeah, how this place works.
Friggin' work it is.
Yeah, and let me just say this. This year, we did do a lot. We had, like I said, the plumbing issue. We did a gate around the garbage. We did the electrical doors. We put 2 fences up. You see the amount of work with the hedges that we had to get done.
Yeah, bushes.
The bushes got done. We removed some trees.
I think.
I know that people were asking, why did we remove such and such tree? You know what? Sometimes less is more. And B, if we want to replant things, we can upgrade with nicer stuff, something, aesthetically pleasing for people. In that email, I said, if you want to come help pick out stuff, if you guys want to help plants, help save money, we would appreciate it. Nobody reached out to me and said anything.
Give us a date and a time, though, when it's happening, maybe, Bill. I'm just suggesting. And maybe
Everything's fluid, but we'll try to do that.
Yes, and you can call me.
Yes.
Because I'm going to be very honest with you. I am not a person that check my email on a daily basis. I do not work through my computer.
Right.
So, I'm terrible on it.
Right.
So it's not that we don't want to help. I think, and a suggestion for the board is February 28th on Saturday at 10 a.m. We will be doing some garden yard work. Please show up with a shovel and
BYOS.
available.
All right, guys,
We're there.
Okay.
we're gonna finish up here. I just want to say one more thing, in regards to rentals, okay, and roommates, because that was also on an email, and I want to address that. The previous board allowed roommates, okay. From what I remember, at least 2 on the second floor had roommates. A person that lives here asked for a roommate, and we did not deny them. We allow them to have a roommate. We are not going to discriminate against anybody. If it's allowed for one, it should be allowed for others. And that being said, with the rentals, right now there are 4 rentals that are available, that are being done. 4 units here have rentals. The board is going to increase that number and allow up to 8 rentals. Okay, so there's room for 4 more. However, as of today, 4 people have their place listed for rent. When those get rented, we will be capped out. If you want to rent moving forward, write a letter to the board and management, your desire that you want to rent, and you will be added to a list that we will be putting together so that anyone that wants to rent, as a space becomes available, you will be the next online. So I just want to make that clear.
That's written in your bylaws, right?
That is in our bylaws. It allows us, it says that the board can determine the number of rentals as long as it doesn't have an adverse effect on the property. Yes, Tom?
If you're going to increase, what he says is true. There was really no specific language about how many rentals we could have. Not a number.
Very ambiguous.
Not a number.
It is ambiguous.
My suggestion is if the board is going to set a number
Set a
at
number.
8, that should be a formal vote of the board.
We did that already. We already did.
Where was that vote taken? Was there notice given of that vote?
Diana was supposed, yes, Diana, actually, we have a letter that was supposed to be sent out by
Yes, but
Ricardo, and she didn't send it out, but hopefully she'll
we
send it out
want to
this
do a
week.
mission in a meeting first, that everybody's agree with you.
So you don't receive that letter because I'm
Correct. We wanted to mention it here, and you will receive the
Make
letter.
sure everybody knows about it.
We have the letter written. The board approved it, just like you said. And moving forward, that's how it's going to be. So if you want to rent, and you're not already one of the 4 people who have your place listed for rent, you must send a letter asking, and you will be put on the list. Okay, guys? Any other questions?
Is everyone that is living here as a renter or as a roommate been approved by the board? Everybody.
That being said, we only have, since we've been here, the new board, we've only had 1 roommate, no renters, but 1 roommate that we interviewed, and he was a very lovely person, very nice guy.
So short answer is yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Other than that, there has been no other tenants. I'm sorry, no other application. And the only other thing we had was a purchase on the first floor that we interviewed, and they've been in here almost a year.
Whether they're renting or they buy, we interview them. We know who's coming in. They know where they work. We know where they are. So
yes.
It also brings me, Denise has been good about updating the list of phone numbers for owners and tenants and
Again,
making
on
that
page
available
1
to everybody.
Yes.
Right.
And you publish a newsletter. Is that
No newsletter. We just
No
put everything on the everything on the website.
It says
or
news, though.
those people that don't really use the websites?
Guys, we can't control what they use or don't use. If you check your email, you don't check your email, we can't control that. All we could do is we send out emails, we put it on the website, and if there's any questions, call us. Or there's only so much the board can do. So if there's any questions about the building, any future projects, how much Gabe bench presses, ask now.
Gabe, how much do you rent,
Too much. It depends. It depends. I think I could get like 315 for 1 or 2.
I saw a guy do 400 pounds, 400 pounds on the bar, which makes it 445.
Wow.
Without a spotter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I just have a question. If everybody is here by Zoom, has been able to hear all of this discussion, if you have any questions.
Yeah, anybody on the Zoom, anybody on the computer.
It's recorded, so it's gonna be available.
So if anybody on the Zoom has a question, please ask now.
Peggy, everybody.
No, I'm
This
good.
is Mike. Sorry, Cheryl.
No, I said I'm good. Thank you. And want to thank the board and Isabella especially. She's been so helpful.
Thank you, Isabella. Go ahead, Mike.
I got a comment about your painting bid. You may want to check with George the Greek, because one of the reasons the third floor underside of the deck is puddling is because water is getting into the concrete. So
Correct.
a lot of those areas, just patching it is not going to correct the problem. So if we jump on a bid that's 40 grand and in 4 years from now it starts bubbling again, then we haven't really solved a problem. So I would highly recommend calling Batista, have them check that crack in the corner, because when you have concrete cracks, as Sharon had mentioned, that's only one spot. So if water is still infiltrating through that roof somewhere, whether it's through the gutter, you're going to continue to have bubbling. So be careful on jumping on the cheapest price.
Correct. Well, very well noted. Good point. Any other questions? We're going to adjourn the meeting, everybody. Thank you for coming.
No,
We're going to
The board, the elections.
Oh, we're going to do the elections. Okay, so
Because, no, there are three candidates.
go ahead.
No elections.
I want to get it. We're time to get going here.
We have the candidates, and
Yeah.
there's gonna be no voting because, of course, there are just three candidates.
There are only 3 board.
No, there's gonna be 4.
There's gonna be 4?
There's actually gonna be 5. But
Exactly.
Gabe's gonna be joining us as well.
Here, we can join, you can join in that one.
We just
next-
postponed
Yeah,
it
we have-
for February. I think that's what we
Exactly.
talked about.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
it. So that'll be next.
Okay, so we gotta. What do we do?
Now, the three candidates are Billy, Sarah, Bonnie,
Yep.
and then you just
Denise,
Denise.
Denise.
It's gonna be
Yeah. And Gabe.
Gabe. That's gonna
Gabe,
be
thank you.
different.
Okay.
But right now, we just need you to
Motion.
motion like president, vice president.
Okay, well, I'm gonna motion Bonnie to be the vice president.
You as a president.
William Taveras as president,
That's
and
not gonna.
Kyra will be a board member.
Board member. Secretary.
No, we
Okay.
need the secretary.
Okay.
I'm being Denise, secretary,
And
and
you'll be a board member as
He
well.
will be a board member, an officer.
You have to have what?
An
3
officer.
3 officers?
Yes.
One
An
could be
officer.
treasurer, secretary,
Right.
well,
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
We're gonna keep the same roles. It basically
Exactly.
is just gonna be adding.
Gabe on it too. Gabe.
All in favor?
All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Okay. Gabriel, yeah.
Can I adjourn the meeting?
We're gonna adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everybody.
11:21.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you.
I need to.
Thank you, everybody on Zoom. We appreciate you.
Thank you, everybody. Get right in here, moving all the cars out of the way for the pavement.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody, have a nice day. Bye-bye.
21st. Yes, this is great job, guys.
Gabriel, welcome on board.
My pleasure. You know what it is, and then we'll talk later. But you know what it is, right now,
Yeah.
it's not much to do. Yeah. Once the paint job is done,
Everything is gonna look nice. Thank you, Diane.
People coming in. Yeah.
Thank you, honey. Nice to see you. Bye. Alexandra.
Oh, hi, you're the new one.
Yes. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's like your first day when I called you. I'm in
Hi.
Nevada. Oh, nice to meet
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, call me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Take care.
Have a nice weekend.
You too. Take one.
and I think it's gonna help you.
Yes, I'm gonna take one because I don't.
Good. You want